All right, let's look, because I want to see why the Queen of Wands, there was some drama here, but now somebody don't want to fight with you or nothing like that, but you ain't accepting them or something like that. But I want to see why somebody feel left out in the cold is coming behind you with a proposal or offer. Somebody might even get a proposal. But this person wouldn't do right, act right. They didn't know what they wanted or nothing. They was confused. Real confused. Okay, I feel like at this time, this was like a spiritual connection and everything like that. But I do feel like, somebody wasn't being fair to the other person. I even feel like somebody was going through like a separation or divorce or something like that, okay? I do feel like you left somebody out in the cold, though. I feel like at this time here, you must have did something. I see you. You got a victory. Somebody didn't treat you right, then you got a victory. There was a lot of other options. The devil. Yeah. I feel like at this time, you was dealing with somebody with some addictions too. Drugs, drinking, alcohol, sex, anything bad, you know what I'm saying? But somebody wanted to party, do what they wanted to do or something like that then. Yeah. Let me see why this man, yeah, somebody feel like something ain't go their way right here. They wanted to be with you though, okay? They was rushing in to be with you, but they were trying to play you or something. So you and this person were going back and forth with each other, but look how disappointed this person looked. Somebody looked disappointed. Either you or the other person. But somebody just looks disappointed. And for some people, a kid is sitting there watching this person, be sad. So I always say in front of your children and stuff, not everybody got kids and I know it, but I always say in front of your children, don't let them see you be sad like that because this little kid is sad because you sad. Something upset somebody. I feel like somebody had altercation. That's what I heard. With somebody who loved them, with this person that you were close to. You're going to get a victory. Somebody rushing in for a job. I feel like you're a boss or something too. I feel like at this time, you don't know what happened in this situation, but karma fell on somebody. Sure did. Oh my gosh, sure did. I feel like at this time, I'm seeing you get a small check too. But you were dealing with somebody who had other options, temptation, or something like that. But you're sitting up here in the middle. I even feel like there's a mother out here that needs some money, but this person ain't helping her. But I'm telling you, the player gonna get played. Somebody thought they was sneaky, thought they was getting away with something here with a small offer. Somebody got a thief around them too. Be careful about that. I see somebody want you to give him a chance, but a lot of good stuff can be happy for you. But for this other person, let me see, because the communication was bad between you and them. Somebody really changed on somebody here. Yeah. I feel like at this time, somebody was dealing with somebody. That was, played tricks. I feel like you and this person was probably on and off for a while. Anyway, back and forth. Yeah. Somebody probably even left, went out of town. This person coming back to you. I ain't lying. I see you getting an apology and somebody coming back to you. That's weird. Because this person didn't. Oh. They really didn't. They didn't want to treat you right. They were acting funny to you, though. They felt like they had got something better. But they put themselves in a mess. Instead, they look really disappointed. They really shooken up and stuff. However you felt, that's how they feel. Now. Because somebody was dealing with somebody really washy. Even somebody, you need to be careful who they talking to, because you got a fake friend. Fake family member, something. Yeah, be careful who you're telling your secrets to. I feel like at this time you're going to get some happiness. You're looking at something, though. This person was selfish. They were thinking about money. They didn't keep their promises. Communication was bad between you and this person, for real. Now, the one that was playing the games got a heavy burden on them. A lot going on. You was looking at them. But I feel like somebody was like really secretive about whatever they was doing. Yeah, because I feel like somebody was going back and forth with you. Even I feel like somebody going to get caught doing something too. I heard, we don't want no drama. Okay, I feel like this person right here, they weren't giving to you at all. Not at all. Love, attention. It could be love, attention, money, time. They ain't had time for you. You sitting over here, you really cared about this person, but it seemed like you started doing okay. This person looked disappointed. Somebody moved on. Something didn't go this person's way. They was put in a situation they don't want to be in. Somebody even got a court issue coming up. I ain't lying. Yup. I don't feel like this person could even see your worth. They betrayed you and everything. You was good to them. You know, or they was good to you. They look disappointed. Yeah, you was betrayed for real. Somebody was even betrayed at work. I even feel like somebody lost their job. I heard somebody was fired or quit. Okay. I feel like at this time you probably gonna get. I heard you finna get a telephone call, Mr. Telephone Man. You went shopping, bought some stuff for yourself and stuff like that. I feel like this person who told you they love you, they having regrets. Somebody having regrets. This person wanted to go back and forth with you. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they thought they were playing you. Because you got the high priestess right here. That's you. Then I had the 10 of swords next to you. So you were let down, stabbed in the back by this person right here that you was trying to work together with. But they were trying to offer you something very small. They were actually just codependent or something like that. They needed your energy. Because most empaths deal with these kind of people all the time. So I feel like you cleared somebody away. Somebody even got blocked. So I feel like at the time, somebody even went to jail. I ain't gonna lie, I see that too. So somebody puts the other person in a situation they don't want to be in. I feel like this person was trying to show you unrequited love, ain't lying. So you figured out something though. I feel like you did. I feel like somebody gave the offer to somebody else. I feel like somebody even got married on someone here. Committed to someone here. But they feeling like something ain't go their way because even if they didn't get married to them, they were living like they was or acting like they was. But this person got played. See? I feel like at this time, yeah, because see, this person ran out on them or something. Yeah. I feel like at this time, you was the victory. You're going to get a victory too, probably with, whatever you do. I feel like somebody was left single or you single, whatever. Right here, you sitting beside the 10 of Pentacles. You doing pretty good and stuff. Yeah, you are. Oh, you about to be. If you ain't, you about to be. I feel like this person was holding back from you. Look how they're doing you. They felt like they were playing you. They felt like they were doing something or whatever. You were trying to be good to them. You was in love with them too. This person looking like, oh, I messed up. They was really jealous of you though. Now they don't want to go back and fuck with you. Now they feel like they ain't nobody like you. But I feel like they try to replace you though. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he was over it though. I did see the Queen of Swords. I feel like this person got a heavy burden on them and everything. You relieve their stress or something. Yeah, I feel like somebody ran somebody off. They were non-committal, treated somebody bad, and they were selfish, and they were thinking about that money. I feel like this person would look at you like, I want to do what I want to do. I got friends. I got options. Right here. So they told me that this person loved the other options, but you cared about them, but you really loved them. But they loved other people. They saw you as wish fulfillment or something like that. You know, their wish fulfillment was their options. They must have kept you waiting. Yeah, because somebody moved on. Somebody just, moved on. Said, okay, whatever. I feel like you had stood your ground with this person, but this person probably was treating you some kind of way or something. And wasn't fair to you. I feel like at this time, this person right here started treating you some kind of way because of this. Because of somebody else. See, that's who they chose over you. Somebody lower than you. I ain't lying. Somebody who wasn't nothing like you. Somebody probably fooled them, but you doing you right now. You finna be doing good. Somebody finna even start a new job, get a new business or something like that. I feel like you and this person was close. You trusted them. I feel like this person want to apologize, but they thinking that you may say no because you wasn't seeing eye to eye with this person at all. I see somebody from your past trying to come back, no lie, with a proposal, because they gave their offer to the wrong person, but they were moving too slow. This person gonna go run right into the tower, though. Right into the tower. Right. Look, yeah, because see, there you go. You telling that person, no, I'm serious. This person who did you wrong, now they walking behind you right here, like they need you. Look at that person. Oh, wow. I feel like at this time you found your happiness right here. Or you will. Because you was looking at something, probably at options, and how this person had looked at you as an option, but I keep saying that you love them. You looking at something, how this person was hiding something and had secrets, probably was even being real sneaky. You looking at something, how this person wanted to go back and forth with you, was on and off with you, breaking up to make up with you, right here. You looking at how either they moved on or you moved on, or you just moved on, I feel like you did. You looking at how this person had a choice. Now they're trying to figure themselves out. I ain't lying. Oh, you looking at karma. Somebody looking at karma. Karma. Because somebody went back to the past. Now they not happy. It was divinely guided. I feel like just be patient at this time. You got an angel wings. Angels everywhere, I ain't lying. I feel like at this time, oh, I heard somebody want you to give them a chance or something like that, but you felt like a fool, or they feel like a fool. No, they feel like a fool. I feel like somebody want to buy somebody, though. I do. Or they want to do something for you, but I see you being happy. I feel like you're a real good person. I feel like you do stuff for people and everything. But you starting over, you start a new beginning. Everything like it's finna go your way. Yeah. I heard it too late. Yeah. And then I feel like it's time, yeah, because somebody already found somebody new. Or you will. You got a new beginning of love coming to you. Even though this person wanted change things, start over with you some kind of way. I feel like, why this person being sneaky and think they're getting away with something though? Cause you were trying to fix it, but this person was thinking they was trying to get away with something though. Let's look. This little man here been coming out on my readings a lot. He's showing me something. This person said they love you and everything like that. This person thought they were getting away with something though, when they left you out in the cold. I like this. Somebody could be dealing with a Virgo. So you shining the light. I love him. I ain't gonna lie. I like the Hermit card. So somebody staying to themselves right now. Somebody really just staying to themselves. Money. Maybe the Virgo. Okay, also. It could be any sign. I don't know no Virgos. I ain't date shit. I don't like dirt. I ain't gonna say that, but I don't want to date Virgo men. My first daughter daddy was my oldest daughter daddy. I was in love with him. He was a Virgo. So I know y'all just heard me say that. So I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean that by all y'all, but you know, I had this I was in love with him. I ain't gonna lie, I tell you. And when I met him, yeah, he came off like this right here. No lie. He was so fucking sweet. I ain't gonna lie. I met him. I was young. I ain't gonna lie. I was real young. I met him at my first job. I had my first job when I was 15. He came off so romantic and stuff. I never forget when he came through that door. You know, because I feel like somebody having some fear surrounding money issues too, who you help. But when he came through that door and everything, it was like I saw an angel. No lie. He was so fine. Oh my God, y'all. He had a gold tooth. He was only like 2 years older than me, you know. And I remember he was like a leader. I ain't lying, because all the guys was following behind him. Let me speed up the story. So he had like a whole bunch of friends. And he dressed like really, really flashy kind of young dude, you know, because at the time I was young, you know. I met him when I was 16. I had been working at Burger King for like a year. And when he came through that door, I remember I was like, I just saw a glow on him. He was just so beautiful to me. And he looked at his friends, and it was like everybody was just following him, you know, like flocking behind him. He looked at his friends, he looked at me and said, that's going to be my girl right there. And sure enough, that's what I did. I fell for him like really, really hard. I was in love with that dude. I ain't lying. And my mama, she wouldn't let me date nobody. She wouldn't even let me out the house at the time. You know, so, you know, she wasn't playing it. You know, she didn't let us date and stuff. So I remember I looked at my mama. I said, if you don't let me be with him, mama, I'm going to run away. I wound up running away with him anyway. I sure did. And he was so mean. He turned out to be a snake. I mean, he turned out to be like the worst, like your worst nightmare, no lie. Like, he came out so good. We got along so good. Everything was just beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, we was fucking everywhere. We didn't care, you know? We was like in love. But soon after that, he got so damn mean. He got so mean. I'm gonna tell you, I shouldn't tell you. I ain't gonna tell you. But he did me real, real dirty. Real dirty. After that, I remember saying, I said, I'll never mess with a Virgo. He bit both of my eyes closed. He did more than that, though. I remember lying to people, telling them that I had to run. I've been here for 24 years in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I came here, I ain't gonna lie, with $5. My mama gave me her last $12. My granddaddy got me here. But the day after he got me here, I couldn't even tell him thank you, because the day after my granddaddy got me here, my granddaddy died, passed away. And I survived here in North Carolina with $5 for 24 years. Running from him. I was so scared of him, I wasn't going back to Georgia. I used to tell people, I ain't going back to, And then I met my first psychic. I met him on the bus on the way down here. I never forget her. She was a white girl with dreadlocks, and she had shells in her hair. And she looked at me. At the time, I didn't know nothing about this. At the time, she looked at me and she said, you pregnant with a little boy and you running from your husband, and if you go back, you're going to be dead. I looked at her and I got so scared. I was like, I ain't never met nobody like that in my life. I got so scared. I was like, and the whole ride through, she was sitting there watching me. I ain't want to look at her though. I was scared of her. I ain't never met nobody like that. You know? I was like, how did you know that? And at the time, I loved him so much, I had that domestic violence mentality where I would have went back to him. But because she said that, I never turned around and went back to Georgia. And I survived with $5 to this day. All the way on that Greyhound bus. It took me 13 hours to get to Fayetteville, North Carolina. And, you know, it's just me, you know. My kids all, you know, they look up to me, you know. I ain't gonna lie. To this day, he tell people, oh, she was the worst mistake I ever made. Tell your mama I'm sorry. That's what he be telling my daughter. Tell your mama I'm sorry. Even his mama, she be like, I just want to see, he used to call me Franny. I just want to see Franny. I hated them calling me Franny. That ain't my name. I just want to see, I love his mama though. I ain't gonna lie. Cause one day she looked at me and she said, what you doing with my son? Don't you know he crazy? I love his mama. She was a real woman, you know. And I remember when he would treat me bad, she looked at him, she said, I ain't raised you like that. I ain't raised you to treat no girl like that. And so she did. She took up for me and stuff. She did. But, you know, I wasn't trying to be mean when I said I don't like Virgo. I do like Virgos. I don't date Virgos. I won't touch a Virgo man. To me, they violent. Yeah. And my daughter loves him. All right. Every time I look at these pictures, I get a message. But anyway, I'm Queen of Pentacles, Tarot 333. Thank you. I don't know if y'all want to hear that rant, but whatever. Whatever. I ain't got nothing to hide, so, you know. I ain't ashamed. I'm for real. Sometimes when you talk to people, you know, sometimes people need that personal talk, you know, to make them strong, you know, because it took me a long time to be strong. I used to be like a weak little girl. I used to talk like this, like here. And I wouldn't even, like, I used to be weak. I was. But dealing with people made me strong. It did. And then being down here for 24 years by myself, you know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't had no choice but to get up and be strong. You know, so the message is to be strong. Somebody probably just need to be strong. You know, because you can keep on going back to somebody, but when you do that, you know, when people show you who they are, if you don't believe them, they'll show you. They'll show you in another way. That'd be your worst nightmare. And then you'd be like, who is that? I don't know that person. I remember I looked at my ex and husband, and I told him, you know, I said, you ain't the man I married. I don't know you. Go back where you came from, go get my husband and bring him back. Because you ain't my husband. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough. People treat you bad, go run, shit. I'm serious. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I think I'm so mean now, I don't even want no relationship. That's a shame. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I don't. A lot of men hit on me. A lot of them, they love me. Even in town, sure. Some of them be hitting on me. I mean, some of them be fancy too, I ain't gonna lie. Like one the other day, he hit on me. He looked good too. And he was like, you gonna take my number? I ain't called. He probably used to women chasing him. I ain't the one. They ain't never met nobody like me. I ain't trying to be mean, but I'm serious. Ain't nobody never really met nobody like me. You know, even my ex-husband used to say, you crazy. I can't do nothing with you. No, I ain't crazy. I just don't put up with nothing. I know my worth. I know my worth. All right. But anyway, bye y'all. I'm getting off this because I start talking. I won't shut up. Anyway.